hear the stories unfold. Division One dreams, let the future be told. Sean on the mic, he's the voice, the guide. Licking Brad, riding always right by his side. From practice to prime time, we telling it true. It's more than the game, it's the person in view.
To Swish player profile. We are joined by two exciting players from Richmond, Ava and Aneisha, and of course our other friend Brad Lake. How are you, sir?
Good, sir.
And how are you, ladies?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Yep.
Thanks for being on. Richmond came out of the gate pretty exciting. Top 25 ranked team. It still should be. It is in our rankings, but what is it about this program this year, do you think, that's catching everyone's attention?
Yeah, I just think we have a up and coming program. We have the foundation and people that have built it from the ground up, and Maggie and Rachel, and just a lot of people that have bought into the culture that Coach Russell has brought here since he's been here the past 7 years, I think. I think that's right. But yeah, so I just think we still have a lot of those key pieces from the NCAA tournament run last year, and that was obviously appealing for me for sure, and I'm sure Aneisha to come here and be a part of. And it's just a standard that is set, and we're committed to keeping it as such, and I think people have caught on to that.
And then I also add, like, a lot of pieces of our offense, like, you don't really see it a lot because our offense is, like, it's very open offense, but the way that it flows with the team, like the actions come so naturally that it's hard to guard. And then also our defensive principles are very good. Like we try not to allow a lot of people at the free throw line, and we try to force people towards the help and all types of stuff like that. So I just feel like we pay a lot of attention to details, and like everybody's bought in, like Ava said. So it kind of all just comes together and we make one good program.
Do you guys have any, either individually or as a team, crazy pregame rituals you do?
I wouldn't say crazy. I mean, I'd say it's pretty basic. I mean, in terms of team-wise, of what you would see probably across the board. I mean, do we have routine? Of course. You have shoot around and pregame meals and stuff, and whatever scout looks like that day.
Well, I know my pregame ritual. I like to listen to a lot of music, but then something that catches people off guard is I like drink a lot of stuff before the game. So I drink like a liquid IV, and then I'll drink a protein shake on top of that, and then I'll also drink a pickle shot. So I mean that usually catches some people off guard, but that's just for me, so I can have some energy off the bench or energy coming into the game. And then the pickle shot came from when I caught a cramp once, and I've been playing it safe with that since. So
nice.
I didn't even know that.
No pickle shots for you, Ava?
No. If you know anything about me, I like hate pickles. So no.
Both of you had amazing high school playing careers. Can both of you speak to what has been the biggest challenge in both of you to transition to the college game?
Especially here, I would say like grasping college offense. I think that was initially difficult, but I think that's like come with time, and it's a process. I tell myself that every day, it's a process. But I would also say the physicality and the speed of the game, that has also gotten a lot better. But initially when you come in and like these girls are so much stronger, and the game moves much faster, and even if it doesn't look like it, it feels faster. So like a lot of it has been like slowing it down for me individually. Just like being comfortable with what's going on. But I would say it's been a really solid transition, and I mean still obviously transitioning, but we have the best teammates and the best people, upperclassmen, to help us out. I mean, any practice, if you were to watch practice, you will see me for sure and a lot of other people asking for help, and they're the most helpful and only want to see everyone succeed. So I'm gonna give it to my teammates for that.
I mean, I could agree with Ava. I mean, coming into college, you're coming out of high school being the best person on the team. You're going onto a team with everybody else that was also the best player on the high school. So you're not going into like another high school team. You're going into a college team, which is definitely different. I felt for me, it was more so the pace that kind of took me off. But I mean, it's getting better now and it's still going to get better. And then, like Ava said, with the offense, I mean, in the summer, we kind of just got thrown into it and they were like, okay, we're running this one and this one. And we were like looking around. And then we had Maggie. And then for me, I have Allie as someone to look up to from being a point guard. So they're always kind of there just helping us. And, they might help us with a little whisper if coach asks us a question. She might give us a little head nod or something just to help us out. So like Ava said, we'll give it to our teammates. They always got our back and helping us, making sure we know what's going on.
Ava, you have mentioned a lot that Maggie was a big reason that you went to Richmond. Can you speak of what it's been like being mentored by her and what her leadership, what have you learned from it?
I mean, Maggie Dugan is Maggie Dugan, and she's elite in a lot of aspects of life, not just basketball, and one of that is her leadership. And I mean, I expected it to be that, but she's a fellow PA girl, wrong side of the state, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And she's just, her work ethic is so admirable as something, especially coming from me, where that's something that I pride myself in, is I'll work harder than anyone. That's like something that I will always count on myself. I can control that. And coming in here and seeing her and how she works, and also Rachel. I mean, it's both of them, but and how they, and also Allie's, and like all of them. Rachel is just my position, but and how hard they work and what the expectation is, and it's expected here, and just how they understand how good they are. You would never know that. They're the most humble people you'd ever meet, but while they keep the standard high and keep expectations high in practice, especially, like, they'll be the first one to tell you to, hey, you got to step it up and keep everyone accountable, which is great. But then once the game starts and you're on the floor, they're your biggest cheerleaders and just truly the best teammates. And that says so much about them, because there's a lot of other people that are as good as they are and don't act the same way. So I'm just super thankful for them and how they have already helped me come into my experience here.
Out of your social media, you mentioned God first. How does your faith and your personal motivation influence your approach to basketball and life?
For me, growing up, I mean, it's always been basketball. And then it wasn't so, at first, it wasn't so much faith first. It was kind of like, we're just rolling with basketball. And then recently, as of like a couple of years ago, I started like going back to church, and then I got back onto my faith track. So then it kind of became like, okay, well, we got to think back. God gave us this game. God gave us the ability to do the things that we are able to do. So then before games, I kind of like, I'll say a prayer during the national anthem. And then for high school, before the game would start, at the tip-off, I'd do another little prayer and do the cross. And then I'd send one up to my grandpa that passed away, just to kind of remind myself of why I kind of play the way I play and do the things I do. So, yeah.
What was the most difficult part of transitioning to the new campus and the new life? And what do you love about the Richmond campus overall?
Transitioning here wasn't super hard, considering how like open the campus is and how like welcoming it is. So like you could walk around anywhere, and if you're lost or you need help finding someone, you could ask one person and they'll be so helpful to, like, they'll just tell you exactly what you need to know and whatever that may be. But coming here, I'm glad I had the 3 other freshmen to, have this experience with. So we kind of like did everything together. We'd walk the campus, we'd try to find activities outside of the college campus to do, especially during the summer with more free time. So, I mean, it wasn't a super hard transition for me, considering it's not so hard for me being away from home, but I still talk to my parents every day. So that part kind of isn't hard for me. And then I just kind of put my head down and just work. So try to distract myself from missing home a little bit. But
what Aneisha was saying, we definitely had a little like one up on everybody else by being here over the summer. So that was super cool. We had like that allowed us to like have like our like group of friends when we all came back. And then we had a lot more free time in the summer, like she said too, which allowed us to get to know everyone a lot better. So that was, I mean, that was just fun. I mean, campus is beautiful. I mean, I would put it up against anything. And so that makes it a lot easier. Sometimes you have to like stop and like you like really don't want to get out of bed one day and you just look outside and it's like you have to be thankful for where you are. But Yeah, I would just say, I mean, I thought I would be homesick. I thought I would be the homesick one out of all of us, and I've been pretty good. I mean, we're super busy. I mean, the community here is super close knit, and I truly believe that we are surrounded by the best people, and we have the most. I mean, we have more support people than we could ever ask for, and our team is obviously super close, and our coaches, and that's who we spend the most time with. But even outside of that, have room for friends that don't play sports or play other sports, and that's what really makes the college experience.
Who's the funniest on the team?
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Who's the jokester type?
I think maybe Alicia.
who
Alicia,
is funny because she's like, who is funny because she's like, funny is Aneisha, but who's also like funny, like Allie Sweeney is hilarious,
yeah, that's true.
and Shanika Campbell is also hilarious. I mean, like, yeah, there's so many. We could name so many, but those three are the top.
If y'all are in a bus or a plane, who's controlling the beats?
Maggie.
Maggie.
Well,
Yeah.
Aneisha, you're hoping it gets inherited to you, aren't you?
Yeah. Hope it gets
Aneisha has the locker room.
I have the locker
She
room.
does good at that.
I have the locker room after practice or before.
Yeah.
If we're just chilling in the locker room too, I'll have the locker room.
You guys are safe as long as Brad is not choosing the music for you. So
Your go-to fast food meal?
It's probably Wingstop now. I think I've gotten hooked onto Wingstop a little too much, but that definitely is my go-to.
I love a good Panera.
Ah, sweet.
I'm a good Panera, yeah.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
It's cookies and cream.
yeah.
Mine's chocolate chip cookie dough.
There you go.
And Brad, they're not going to always tell you like the full fast food thing, because I was on the team once, when I didn't have the weight, and we want our coach to think we're eating exactly what they advise. Yeah,
I mean, I could tell you, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
completely up to you.
Oh, I got it's a ciabatta cheesesteak, customized.
Customize, of course.
Of course. And then broccoli cheddar soup.
Very nice.
Is the pick two,
Absolutely. One of the hardest things is going from high school into college. So what advice would you guys give a high school young lady who is maybe a sophomore or junior and is really nervous about making their college choice, and then how to deal with the pressure of being a college player, which is almost virtually pro due to the attention?
I would say, first of all, enjoy high school. It goes really fast. I mean, I definitely like wished it away, maybe a little too much, but I would say understand that it's a process, and like there's good days and there's bad days, and you'll go from high school to like you never really have a bad practice, and then you're gonna come in here and you're gonna have a bad practice, and it can either ruin your day or you can move on and find something that to take your mind off of it and just work harder. And so I would say enjoy the process, but understand that it's a process.
Tagging off of what she said, I would say also like don't rush the process. Like she said, like you're in high school, enjoy it. You're gonna be in college so fast. Like especially your senior year in that summer, you're gonna have about like 2-3 weeks, and you're gonna be in college doing your summer workouts. So kind of enjoy your high school years, and then also a big key is probably I would say when you get to college is listen to what's being said and not how it's being said. Because, I mean, you're going to be in the heat of moments. You're gonna have good practices, bad practices. Your coach is going to be yelling at you. Your teammates might be yelling, but it's just how you're going to take it. You got to take it you just have to take it on the chin and learn from it really fast, and then just make your changes. But, yeah.
A lot of programs across the country, including Richmond, get a little underestimated. What do you want the rest of the NCAA to know about your team and what to look out for this season?
I think, and I think a lot of teams probably know this, we're super hard to beat. And even the best teams in the country, when they see Richmond on their schedule, are probably feeling a little bit of the nerves going into that and the extra preparation. I think one of our best attributes as a team is we're slightly unpredictable, really hard to guard offensively. But I just think that, and I think a lot of people already know that you got to watch out for us, and we'll always have the most energy, play the hardest, and just want to win more than anybody we ever play against.
You know, kind of us being somewhat underdogs going into like the big games. I feel like people, like she said, people know that they're gonna have to look out for us. Like we have so many people on this team that can do so many different things, which makes us hard to guard. So it's kind of like you kind of don't know what to expect. And our team, I can say for sure, like we will never give up. We could be down by however much points. We're never gonna stop putting up a fight. We're always gonna give that effort, and we're always gonna have fun with it too. So that's kind of also another thing. So I just feel like we have so much things on our team that people might not know about and still might not know about now, and that's fine. They'll see it eventually, but I just feel like our team is just so like we have a variety of things that people also don't know what to look out for. So our team just comes together in a way that others don't.
Perfect. Aneisha and Ava from the Richmond Spiders, thank you guys for joining us, and kick some butt this season, and we'll be rooting for you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.